Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to Blue Ridge Silverhound, and we are back, Coinaholics, for another video where we talk about the Morgan dollars that went on sale today. Keep in mind, these are pre-sale items, ladies and gentlemen, which means you buy them today, you lock in your order, and then it gets shipped to you in sometime in October. I've even heard November, with I don't know. Nothing really would ever surprise me from the mint anymore. But according to some folks, the process was a little bit more shakier than, let's say, the Proof Silver Eagle that sold about a week ago. So there was obviously a little bit more demand for this particular coin just based off of everything going on. Now, keep in mind, each of the coins had comparatively lower availability. All right. The Proof Silver Eagle that sold about a week ago or 2 weeks ago. I don't know. It seemed like forever. But anyways, these Morgans, ladies and gentlemen, have a product limit of 175K. Whereas the Silver Eagle that sold a short while back, was 300,000. So, even though the US Mint had released both the D and S coins for pre-sale today, earlier this morning, between the two, 350,000 pieces, and people were trying to order the max amount of 3. And a lot of them did. There's all sorts of things going on online, all right? You go on to any dedicated coin group, even the US Mint website, people are posting either their wins or their not wins, okay? The not wins are usually accompanied by, boy, this website sucks. Yeah, I don't like it. I'm never ordering from you again. We hear all the negative stories that goes around out there. Yeah, you either got it or you didn't, right? At the end of the day, it really is fear of missing out. All right. And what I could say is that for a lot of people, the process was a little bit smoother, okay, compared to the Carson City and O minted coins, which sold a couple months ago before the US Mint had decided to put the last 4 coins on the back burner till they could sort out a few issues, one of which was their internet server issues and the bot issues, okay? So that became evident shortly thereafter, after doing some technical research and all that stuff. They've come to that determination. And apparently it's worked a lot better. It's worked wonders for a lot of consumers that were and are interested in these coins. Now, the coins are hot, don't get me wrong. By the time these things finally drop into our hot little hands in October, or maybe first week of November, people are going to want them. All right? And you also have to take into consideration the drop zone of these coins. They will be desirable during the holidays for mainly 2 reasons. The first reason is coin collecting is back during the holidays. Okay, people are back from summer vacation. The kids are back in school. Labor Day has passed. Here we are. We're thinking about Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas all in the same vein. And just when these things are dropping, the end of October and the beginning of November, it's like the perfect storm of activity. However, you will be paying a lot more money for these coins when they finally hit the ground running, when they're finally physically in our hands. All right. And again, we're paying the holiday premium. That's a given. In this particular instance, I wanted to take some time to discuss the normal, what I like to call life cycle of the first 12 to 18 months of the value of a US Mint coin, especially one as popular as this. Now, in the last 3 years, we've had a multitude of very, very popular, if not profitable, US Mint coins that have dropped. And I figure the Morgan dollars and the one singular piece dollar, which I think is going to be the sleeper out of the 6 total, because there are no other variations of that coin. It's only a Philadelphia minted example. There's no Denver. There's no San Francisco. And the big reason why is it commemorates the 100-year anniversary of the 1921 high relief peace dollar. in which there was only a Philadelphia minted piece. Now, usually when we take a look at this, okay, we kind of like we start at ground zero. You're going to have a lot of people that absolutely want the coin now. But here's the uniqueness of what went on here today and approximately 2 months ago, is that these coins aren't going to be available and into your hands until another 2.5, 3 months. All right, so a lot of that instant gratification, that's involved here isn't going to be there, because people like to touch and hold and feel stuff. It makes it seem much more real when you could actually taste it, smell it, and touch it. With these particular coins, it's kind of in a unique position. And what I mean by unique position is that because they are pre-sales, it doesn't declude you. Is that even a word? Okay, well, it doesn't shut you out on the opportunity to sell it now, even though you don't have a physical coin. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at eBay. Here's all of the most recent sales of the pre-sales of this coin. People had received their confirmation. They got their own little alphanumeric code, and all that great stuff. Okay, they are pretty much a shoo-in that they're going to receive these coins. So, with that being said, you have the obligation, or, non-obligation. Me personally, I wouldn't even try and sell it unless I had the physical coins in my hand. But what people are doing is that they're obligating themselves to sell it now, because this is when the most amount of money is going to be made. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we have here. The original issue price today on the DNS coins respectively was $85 each plus shipping. All right, you may get free shipping, you may pay for expedited shipping, whatever. It doesn't matter, because it won't drop until October. We all get it at nearly the same time. So here's a DNS coin that sold for $315. So if we were to segregate both the DNS coins, okay, you probably had profited nearly 100% on each coin. You've doubled up. All right, but the singular coins, here's a DMint for $159. Here's another one for $174. They're kind of like, there's a plus or minus $10 on these coins, but as you can see, $170. Now here's an interesting quandary. When the CC and O privy coins sold 2 months ago, guess what? They were selling on the secondary market for around this amount of money. They were selling for about double what the issue price was, which is $85. So people were selling those coins for $150 to $175. Maybe there would be a few outliers. There'd be a $200 coin. You got to keep in mind the normal life cycle of a US Mint product that is absolutely hot. Things are going to be worth a whole heck of a lot more the first 2 weeks of the product dropping. Again, we're kind of in a unique situation. These coins won't ship until the end of October. So, with a pre-sale, we're beginning to see the ebbs and flows of how the secondary market adapts to a pre-sale from the US Mint. It's probably no different than, say, sports cards or the next Pokemon release or some other collectible that hasn't quite arrived on the scene yet. Okay, same difference. You pre-sale those type of things every day too. But we saw the same exact type of numbers from both the CC and the O privy coins for this release. All right, and in the days leading up to the DNS release, or the open window for the pre-release event this morning, we have seen quite a heck of a shift in the value of the pre-sales of both the CC and the O privy coins. And here you go. Here are the most recent sales of each, the CC and the O privy coins. The CC privies, right now, here's one August 3rd. That is today. And there are a few of them dated today. $350 to $400. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? All right? You're probably never going to believe this, but I'm going to go ahead and say it again. These coins have not been released yet. I mean, $400 for a pre-sale seems like a lot of money. Like, I had made mention in one of my videos in the last few days that maybe it could possibly be a good time to sell these, especially if you have them in quantity. And then just keep one of each type, one of each mint mark. And guess what? A coin that you had originally bought for $85 a piece that's selling for $400, that's nearly 5 times your money. 5x your money. Again, this is all a unique circumstance because it's a pre-order. So as you can see, the very coin that was once selling for $150 to $200 10 days after release is now nearly $400. I mean, again, this is more the fear of missing out. The people that wanted this, that couldn't quite get it done back early June or whenever that first release, was available, now they're paying the piper. Or maybe there's probably speculators that's figuring that this is going to be the benchmark of these 6 coin series. The Carson City, the New Orleans Mint, Morgan dollars are certainly going to make a lot of market noise right now. And in 2.5 months when these decide to ship, you can only imagine when people are out shopping around for the holidays, they're getting all prepped up and everybody's ordering online like they usually do because that's kind of like the trendy thing today. Why go to the mall or the coin shop when you just sit in the comfort of your home and order these coins right then and there? So that's going to have all of the available inventory online. It's going to be the holidays. And to be quite honest, I think maybe raw examples might shoot up to $500. But are they all going to be like that? Probably not in this particular case. The Carson City and New Orleans are unique enough that they might hit that benchmark. I would say the New Orleans will probably be around $350 to $400. And the Morgan dollars will be right at that $500 level. Okay? And then people are obviously going to go ahead and send it out to the graders, get their first day of issue or their first strike. They're going to get it all signed by the mint director or Charles T. Morgan or whoever, who, by the way, is no longer around in case you haven't figured that out. He stopped signing years ago. But you are going to see the most expensive examples of this coin when it finally hits our hands as a physical item the first 30 days. You're going to find out that the highest amount of money that these things will sell for will be within the first 30 days. The unique part about this, it's launching during the holidays, and it's right during the time when people are going to be shopping for loved ones. And this is going to be like an ultimate gift, and more people are making more money these days. So there's going to be a lot of secondary market activity for the people that really do want to sell these. Can you imagine selling each coin for $500? It just seems so far-fetched. But let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the folks that really do want this coin. What exactly are the lengths that they are going to take in order to lock in a deal for a coin? Well, it will really depend on common sense, right? Because these coins will be at its highest during the holidays from November 10th all the way up to Christmas Day. You're going to see these things at $500 for a raw coin in the government packaging. You're probably going to see $1,000 plus for a proof 70 or a mint state 70 or whatever the finish is of these things. They are certainly going to be gorgeous. And then sometimes you just can't help but think, man, I could have bought like 3 1884 Carson Cities in mint state 65 holders for $1,000. And people will think about that. But you're going to see the highest amount of money realized for these coins 30 days after it drops as a physical item. And that, unfortunately, is in Christmas time. So let's talk about the best case scenario. Because these coins and any other US Mint release will shoot straight up right out of the gate, and then it'll just kind of like drop, and it's precipitous. And it'll continue to drop, and then it'll get to a point because you know these things are never going to get to zero. They won't. But they will begin to flatten out. And they're going to flatten out for a determined amount of time. What that time is anybody's guess. But if we're using trends from historic trend data from the last couple popular releases, that usually is somewhere in that 6-month timeline. So at about 4 to 6 months, it's going to begin to flatten out, and it'll be at absolute bottom. And it might stay like that for about another 4 to 6 months. But as supply dries, because these things have a low mintage, you're going to begin to see it begin to make this turn upward. It may not go straight up. It might be just kind of like a slow, gradual increase of value in these coins for the rest of the time that we're on this earth. And for as long as people are buying collectibles. So we would expect probably a year over year, approximately 5 to 10% value increase of the coins. It could be even more than that. I see this particular U.S. Mint product having a lot more trajectory than 5 to 10% year over year increases. It might even be 15 to 20%. But this is going to be something that will age like a fine wine, because it is a 100-year anniversary of only one of the most popular collected U.S. type coins in history, in addition to the fact that they're all 999 fine. They're silver, for crying out loud. And there is a Carson City privy, a New Orleans, Denver. I mean, there's like a whole range of them. And of course, the most popular is going to be the Old West version, the Carson City. So I would say if we are looking at this one particular coin, the Morgan series and that one piece dollar, do not buy it during the holidays. If you want one and you're not committed to the $500 a coin, wait. Wait until March. Wait until April. As a matter of fact, wait until after April, after tax season is done. I would say May, June, July. When people get out of the hobby and they go on vacation. Guess what? They're going to have the Morgans on there for under $200. You can pick any one. $200 or less for a government package coin. May even be less than that. Graded mint state 70, proof 70s, under $500. But it won't stay like that for long. We are probably going to see the bottom of this particular coin next summer. And that's right in that 6 to 10 month window before you begin to see these coins drift upward. And the same is for any other coin. You can even point to the recently sold Type 2 Gold Eagles. Again, they'll come out of the cannon up, out of the chute. They're going to shoot straight up in value and then come crashing down and then flatten out over a period of time. It never changes. The trend is your friend until the end and around the bend. And around the bend is 6 months and afterwards. That is the time to show them diamond hands, to buy them, to hold on to them, and not do a damn thing with them. Just sit on them. Because in 5 to 10 years, when there's no inventory, and all the inventory that's left are proof 70s that are selling for $2,500 or $2,000 or $3,000 or however much it is, and then raw coins are still $500 and over. You're going to wish that you came back to this video and said, yeah, I should have bought my coins 6 months after they had dropped. During that next summer of 2022, I guarantee you these things will be at its cheapest. It'll be a true buying opportunity. I've talked about it a lot with a bunch of different coins. The 2019-2020 West Point circulating rarity quarters, they're drying up. People are paying between $400 and $500 for a full roll. There are already a couple of the coins, the American Memorial Park, for example, that have been hitting $35 and $50 a pop consistently. And guess what? That coin is barely a year and a half old. And I guarantee you, with the Morgan and Peace Dollar series, again, the Peace Dollar, I cannot stress this enough, is going to be the sleeper of the entire series. If I were a betting man, and guess what? I'm going to tell you guys a secret. I didn't buy any of the Denvers or San Franciscos. I bought the Carson City and New Orleans. I bought a few of each one. The only next other coin I'm going to buy is that Peace Dollar, and I'm going to max it out at 3 coins. Because I'm a firm believer that one is not only a sleeper, but that one is probably going to outperform any other Morgan dollar short of the Carson City's Privy coin. And those are my thoughts. I want you guys to use this video as kind of a guideline on how to gauge these popular US Mint products. Yeah, they're a pain in the ass to buy. They sure are. But I'm willing to bet, and I'm going to tell you this right now, there is definitely a better way of obtaining these, rather than subjecting yourself to the amount of brain damage that's going to cause one of life's major aneurysms of not being able to get this round silver disc that we call a silver Morgan. Sometimes there are just things that are just not that important. This might be one of them. But you can certainly add it to your life at a much cheaper rate if you just wait. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I wanted to talk about today in this video. Yes, it was a quick sellout. Another under 20-minute sellout. I mean, that's no big surprise. I mean, it's the same verse as the first. Like any other hot product. Sells out in 20 minutes. Finite. Done. And yes, if you did miss out, don't jump on the bandwagon and buy something that's $300-400. Wait. All right. You will get yours. And you're going to be one of those people that said, I told you so. I listened to Blue Ridge. I paid the least amount of money. But also keep in mind, I know I'm kind of like downplaying everything I just said, but I am not a financial channel. Okay. I don't give financial advice. However, I do give advice on when best to make the right decision. And you really don't want to spend $400 on the CC Privy if you missed out. It's just not right. But that's it. That's what I wanted to talk about. Thank you for all your love and support to Blue Ridge Silverhound. You guys are fantastic. You guys are awesome. And as always, we are coinaholics, each and every single one of us. And you guys are coinaholics because you enjoy coming to my channel and you enjoy hearing about coins and the news and all that great shenanigans. But that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Sean with Blue Ridge Silverhound. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that bell for instant notifications. As always, we are discovering together. You guys take care. And yeah, be careful out there. It's a tough one. All right, see you guys.